Hello. Okay, seems like everything is ready now. Oh no, I forgot to share in social media as always. I always forget about that. Let's fix that right now. There we go. And share it on LinkedIn. Why not? Okay. Seems like it's ready. Okay, thank you, thank you. Okay, so hello. Oh my god. Having trouble. Okay, I'm having trouble getting the detection done. Maybe it's because of my microphone here. You cannot see it, but okay. And detection is working again. Motion tracking is being fished. Oh no, wait, I remember. Just wait for a minute. And there we go. Let's see. My right hand is getting issues. No, my left hand seems to have some issues. My right hand is okay. I guess that should be enough for now. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah. Today, I'm going to be making this sort of streams about studying and learning. So recently, I read a really interesting book called How to Be a Great Student. Actually, let me. I don't remember the exact name. How to Be a Great Student by. Oh wait. Wait for it. How to Be a Great Student by Kimberly Hatch Harrison. I really recommend this book. It's really good. I've been reading. I just read it twice. The second time, it was not an entire from top to bottom read. So I just pick it up the parts that are interesting to me. So basically, what this book talks about is the idea of that studying and learning is actually like a skill that you need to learn in order to do it properly. So that's basically it. So things that I did learn there are to take notes. I don't take notes, or I haven't been taking notes. And the great issue I do have is that right after I learn something, if I don't practice it like daily, I basically forget about it like in a month of not actually practicing any of that. For example, I did a website for a Montessori school, a local Montessori school here in Mexico, and that's it's basically just a school website. I did that initially in HTML and CSS, and then I reopened the project in the, to be able to use Node.js, and I was using Node.js in order to build this website and make it dynamic, and save me some trouble modifying it. But the thing is that a year later, after that, I actually forgot a lot of things about Node.js and even the code itself. So I got a lot of trouble remembering things, and it seems like remembering skills like developing in JavaScript with Node.js is not simple, obviously, and programming in general is not simple. It's not an easy thing to do. So if you don't practice it daily, you basically forget about it in less than a month, basically. So even when you are practicing, even if you're practicing daily, most of the time, you are not going to remember things, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. Stuff I don't need. Okay. So basically, that's the issue there. Let me try something here. I'm trying to. I'm new into streaming, so I'm trying to avoid issues here. Hello. Okay, volume seems to be a little bit high, but never mind. Filters. Oh my God. Maybe that's fine. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing here today is I'm going to be studying and applying some of the techniques that I learned. So let me see. Today's subject is going to be Sap Hana. Sap Hana is a database engine. As the name implies, is a SAP product. As a data engineer myself, and I do work with databases daily. Especially today, I've been working with Oracle. So one of the main tasks for next year is going to be to migrate all the code from Oracle into SAP HANA. So I've been poking around SAP HANA. Some parts of it are similar, some others are not. So the issue here is that in order to actually create this migration, I need to replace or find replacements for things that exist in Oracle that probably don't exist in SAP HANA. So it's not just copy paste the code and replacing syntax. That would be way easy, but it's not, because some of the techniques for some of the features that Oracle offers, they are replaced by other things in SAP HANA, or they flat out don't exist. So one big example that comes to mind is table partitions in Oracle. When tables are really big, they grow too much data. Sometimes in order to make faster queries and allow us to gather the data faster, we partition the table, which means that we select a condition in order to divide this gigantic table into more manageable pieces. Your queries were the same, there you pretty much can delete all the rows in your table if you want. It's just going to be it's going to allow the Oracle database engine to basically gather data faster, so to speak. It comes with other pretty much is a performance boost to partition your table in similar fashion to indexes. So that mechanic doesn't exist in SAP HANA because SAP HANA doesn't really need it. That's what I gather. They don't need it because it's an in-memory database engine, which means that instead of reading and writing all the time inside a hard drive or an SSD or net or whatever storage device do you have, instead of doing that, SAP HANA plays around with RAM memory and places the data inside the RAM and then moves the data around back into this when it's needed. Basically, you do a lot of operations in memory. It's an in-memory database. So, for consequence, it's faster because RAM memory in computers is really fast, even compared to SSDs, you know. So, having your data into memory is a really good, really good option if you want just raw speed. Although it's not a panacea or a cure for all ailments regarding slow query execution. Having said that, there are not partitions, table partitions in SAP HANA, to my knowledge. So, a lot of stored procedures in Oracle refer to these partitions. So there is not. It's not only that there is not a syntax for partitions in SAP HANA. It's that a lot of business logic is tied to these partitions, and the store procedures are basically requiring these partitions to exist in order to execute as is. So it's not just a matter of, you know what, just remove all the partition code and that should be enough. It's not so simple because, again, business logic is considered inside this store procedure. So it's not just delete the partition and be done with it, you know. So, okay, so come again. Let's see. Oops, wrong button. Okay, let me see. There we go. Okay, so here we are. So this, you already know this is Udemy. This was my first. Wait, what's that? Oh, the cursor seems to disappear a little bit there, but never mind. So this is Udemy, and basically this was my first go-to place in order to learn SAP HANA. With a quick query, I do find some courses here, but nothing that actually relates to database management. For example, this one was one of the closest things to what I would consider SAP HANA to be, basically. Oh, wait. I got an issue here. Forgive me, technical issues. Where is that sound coming from? I am on Linux, by the way, so no special reason.
Front, right, front, left.
Okay, sound testing is fine. There we go.
SAP HANA is an in-memory, column-oriented relational database management system developed and marketed by.
So this is basically one of the closest things to
SAP products are
a
not
SAP
used
HANA
to
course
SAP
that I
HANA.
got. Let me
This demands SAP ABAP NetWeaver application server to leverage the features and capabilities of SAP HANA database. ABAP for SAP HANA refers to all the developments which leverage the power of SAP HANA within ABAP application. In this course, I will introduce you to the fundamental skills needed to understand ABAP for HANA programming concepts and start creating your own ABAP for HANA programs. Anyone can join the course without prior technical knowledge of ABAP development or SAP HANA.
Well, that's a good chunk. There is actually a discount today. I wonder if it will be a good idea. So the thing is that I already check out this one, and scripting. There we go. So this one is the closest thing that I have to an actual SAP HANA course, or regarding what I'm looking for. It is mentioned here that here native HANA SQL scripting, SAP HANA native developer. So that's part of the course. Okay, native HANA developer. So basically, I am this guy here. So this is the one course that seems to be the closest thing to what I am actually looking for. Wait, I got technical issues again, I guess. So that's one thing. HANA basic features. Yeah, this seems to be like the course to go. But today I'm not going to be watching this. It seems to be interesting. There is one day left. So my at the job I do have access to Percipio, and here I found out this book over here. It's called SQL Script for SAP HANA. This is basically what I want to actually learn, how to create a script for SAP HANA. So SQL scripting, as anything, is most of the time, well, you know, we're talking about. Oh, wait, the gain is way too much. There we go. Hello. Okay. So as I was saying, so this book will allow me to learn more about SQL script. One of the things that actually did a preview of the structure of the book over here. One thing that I didn't find was this is the table of contents, by the way. There is no mention of libraries, or what I will refer to in the Oracle context of packages. In Oracle, we do have packages, which are basically like libraries in other programming languages, and these packages store procedures, global variables that you can use in your other procedures, or you can just call procedures inside these packages. So in this book, there is no mention of something similar. But after watching some video tutorials in YouTube, I find out that the current version of SAP HANA, and I believe this book was written before that update, in the current version of SAP HANA, we do have access to something called libraries, which are basically the counterpart to Oracle packages. So in this book, I'm going to be missing that, and that's and we do use a lot of packages in the current project, basically. So what's the plan? Well, the plan is to learn the basic of SAP HANA using this book. In the end, even if this book doesn't contain any mentions to libraries themselves, for what I gather, they don't have libraries here. That doesn't matter because I'm pretty new in Sap Hana anyway. So whatever I get to learn here is going to be useful. So let me pick up my notes. So I'm going to be going analog for some parts of this, you know. And what that means is that I'm going to be using a notebook for taking notes. So I was maybe I should experiment a little bit with taking notes directly into the computer. But as is mentioned in the book, apps come and go, and especially for taking notes, there is not a single app that basically allows me to forget about the app itself and just take the notes. So yeah, basically I'm just going to be taking notes on an actual notebook. I don't have it on me right now, but I'm going to be looking for it. I already know where it is, so it's not an issue. Things that I'm going to be doing today is, as I mentioned, taking notes. I am considering this book a textbook. So there are some techniques about reading textbooks that I'm going to be applying today too. I do have a planner. I wonder if I'm going to be able to show that. But my planner is not relevant right now because the planner is just for following progress so far and scheduling these study sessions. Another thing that I'm going to be using is the Pomodoro Technique. So I'm not starting one right now, but I'm setting up an app in my phone that is called the Pomodoro. I wonder if that's the actual name. Let me see. Pomodoro Smart Timer. Maybe I'm going to be making a video about that later. It's a really good app, and I've been working with this app way before I read this book. So I already got it for back in 2017, I believe. I downloaded this app, and it's pretty much the go-to app for Android, at least in Android. It's an Android app. Maybe I should be making a video about that anyway later. By the way, speaking about apps, probably I should check if I do have some apps pending for update, but anyway. Okay, update then. Okay, so I'm going to be using the Pomodoro technique for the student today. I don't have to take a test, so I'm going to skip that. Improve memory, that's one of the important things. In order to improve memory, I need to basically either my go-to experience will be to visit, or may I say practice the code. Because obviously this is a skill that I want to acquire, and the most obvious thing to do will be to just execute code away, but I'm not going to be doing that because I've been doing that all along, and I get the mixed results in the sense that everything is fine and dandy as long as I keep coding, but after a while passes, since I don't have notes about this, and I don't, in my previous experience, I don't take notes, and I don't actually study. I just get my hands on the thing, and I practice, and I do things, and then I finish a project, and I forget about it, and then 2 or 3 months pass by in a flash, like this, and since I didn't take any notes and I don't do any technical documentation, so when I go back to the code, I'm sad to say that I'm getting a hard time even reviewing my own code, and I do remember what I did and how I did it, but the why sometimes eludes me. The why I did the thing, that eludes me, and that's the most important thing. Why? If you check my recent videos, I talk about the why a lot. The why those things. That's the first thing I do. Start with why, and that's a learning that I got from another book called Start with Why from Simon Sinek, I believe he's called. A really good book. I really enjoy it. I really recommend it. Really recommend it. Okay. So I'm going to be taking notes. Improve my memory. In order to improve my memory, I'm thinking about several techniques that are called here. Let me. I just forgot the techniques, but basically, I need to create mnemonics is called, which are basically help assistants or techniques that are going to help me remembering things. And especially now I'm going to be taking notes. Now I'm going to be able to review my notes, and that's going to actually help me a lot to remember things. And the study techniques that I'm going to be practicing today and the next sessions are going to be helping me a lot now, because I'm going to be practicing daily, and I'm going to be building this notebook with actual notes, and I'm going to be reviewing the notes, and that should be helpful, you know. And the idea here is that in order to improve memory, one of the important things, or the most important thing of improving memory, is exposition. In the sense that if you don't expose yourself to the material at least once a day, you are going to eventually forget about it. So that's the main issue that I have. So the fact that I'm going to be taking notes by hand, not in the computer, or at least initially, and other techniques like flashcards, and that's the next writing flashcards and exercising with flashcards. That's another learning technique that I'm going to be practicing. So that should be enough for me to actually not forgetting about what I'm learning today. Okay, so let's okay. Okay, let me see. Oh, it doesn't actually see me. There we go. Again. Okay, actually I'm going to shut down this. There we go. I forget that Unity doesn't like bright lights. So basically my motion detection device doesn't like lights or Unity. Don't do this to me now. Thank you. Please don't do this to me. Okay, never mind. How to use flashcards? Basically, flashcards are these little cardboard. I do have flashcards, actual flashcards, you know. These little cards around this. There we go. Around. It doesn't read me. Oh my god, no. Come on, Unity, do it. Don't do this to me, Unity. Don't do this to me. Oh, wait. Ah, no. Oh, no. I think I know what's going on now. Looks like the microphone is in the way. Never mind. So the microphone is actually messing around with my hand motion detection. No. Well, never mind then. Anyway, flashcards. There are exercises that I can do with flashcards, and I'm going to be doing that. And the Feynman technique. Now, in the case of me, in my case, I am a YouTuber, so I'm going to be making. Why are you doing this to me, Unity? Why? No, Unity, come on, Unity, leave it. There we go. Thank you, Unity. Please behave. Okay. So how to use the Feynman technique is basically, if I am able to explain concepts in a simple way to another person, then that means that I did actually understood that I actually understood the topic itself. So if I am unable to explain something in simple terms to somebody else, then that means that I didn't learn the subject correctly or in its entirety. And I fall for the trap of, maybe I understand enough to be consider myself an expert, but in reality, when I try to explain something, then I stumble upon things that I don't understand and I ramble a lot. So I need to keep a lookout for that one. If I ramble during my explanation, that means that I didn't understand the topic really. So that will be one of the issues. So that's the payment technique. Oh wait, yeah. And as a consequence of these learning sessions, I'm planning also to make actual videos explaining SAP HANA stuff. Why is that? Because it's going to help me to reinforce or detect my my learning deficiencies. It's going to, if I am unable to explain something in a video, and I'm going to edit this video because it's not going to be an open format just like now. Just right now I'm rambling a lot, So I'm going to be making videos about SAP HANA, and I may like to explain SAP HANA in an easy to understand fashion. Applying the Feynman technique, this will allow me to foment learning and deep learning in myself about this subject, obviously, and I'm going to have a really good video that I can share with people that is struggling to learn SAP HANA or databases for that matter. Anyway, that's the Feynman technique, explain things in easy ways to understand for other people. So other people can understand the subject easily, and that allows me to basically reaffirm that I actually learned something. I don't have that. I don't have that. How to improve your writing? That's one of my main issues right now. Not on, and I don't refer to code only because that's an issue that I have too. My code is messy, especially when I don't plan things. But how to improve my writing? Well, it's basically an issue for me to create these YouTube videos because I'm not really good improvising. So what I do is I write these scripts, these video scripts for YouTube, and basically I read from the script verbatim, and then even having that, I do stumble upon a lot. I have issues, so I need to edit out the video a lot, and basically that's my issue there. So I guess that if I improve my writing, I think that thinking and writing are pretty much the same thing. So if I improve my writing, by consequence, I am improving my thinking process. So that's basically why I want to improve my writing. Is going to be a priority here. So anyway. Anyway, there are a lot of techniques here for improving writing. I'm not going to be. I guess I need to review this chapter in the book. I guess because I cannot recall them right now. I actually forgot about them. But anyway, how to take. There is a chapter in the book in the end. It's called "How to Take Online Classes" that I don't remember that much. Now that yeah. One thing that I would like to say is that, again, Unity, why are you doing this to me, Unity? My hand is not there. I mean, I don't know why. It thinks that my hand is there. I wonder why it's doing that. There we go. Yeah, it's getting stuck there for some reason. Unity. Why are you doing this to me? Well, anyway, look, my right hand is really bad. I wonder if maybe I need a light source. There we go. Okay, with the light seems to be working properly now. It seems like if I am way too dark, the space is going to be an issue. Anyway, look like right there. My right hand is having issues. Looks like motion tracking is having issues right now. Probably it's because my condenser microphone and the microphone arm is right here. It's right here, and it's getting in the way of the sensor. Probably that's an issue. What I could do, maybe next paycheck, and maybe that could be my Christmas self gift, will be a boom microphone, a condenser, or maybe no, not a condenser, maybe a dynamic boom microphone will be great, because then I can place it right here where the webcam is, or nearby the webcam, away from my face, so it's not going to mess around with motion tracking. Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. I am still working on it. I am experimenting right now with emotions. Like I can smile now. I can be sad. So I am experimenting with emotions in Unity, but yeah, it's work in progress anyway. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So here are the chapters. We are going to be working today with this one here. Chapter 1 deals with Sap Hana. Not only is used as a column-based in-memory database, but also using Sap Hana as an application server. You will also learn about the different development environments, the organization of the development objects in the database catalog, and the Sql Console. That's a lot. I wonder if they are going to mention how to actually run any of this. I hope I can install the database easily in my computer. That will help me with a student, having exercise about this. Anyway. Okay, what else do we have? Today we're going to be working with chapter 1. It will be a good start. So let's go there. Overview, what's this? It's overview of the entire book. Okay, fine. Hi, table of contents, thank you. I wonder if I can make this font a little bigger so I can read it easier. There we go. Okay. Oh, wait. There we go. Sap Hana. Okay, oh, wait. Time to get my notebook. Be right back. Oh, come on, Unity again. Stop. Unity. Oh my god. Okay. My right arm is just. Oh no, I get it now. I get it now. This is not my actual arm. This is my microphone. My microphone arm is tracking the microphone arm. See, I move it and thinks that this is not my hand. This is the microphone arm is not detecting just human arms. It's detecting microphone arms. It's funny. It's stupid but funny at the same time. Come on, Unity. Thank you, Unity. So this, he believes, Unity believes this is my arm, but no, it's not my arm. Look at this. No, it's not my arm. Well, it's stuck in my hand right now, but sometimes thinks that my microphone is actually my hand and it's not. Okay, so believes the mic the boom arm is no, it's not. No, Unity. No, that's not the case, Unity. I'm sorry. Be right back. I'm getting my notebook. Okay, here's my notebook, but I need my pen. Wow, going analog requires a lot of stuff. So basically, I have a notebook here. It's my notebook. Well, you cannot see it, but it is here. I wonder if you can. No, well, it's here. I have in my notebook here. I actually found really old notes about JavaScript. I use this notebook to actually take notes, but now it's going to be the Sap Hana notebook. Okay, let's get a pencil. Oh my god, I'm going to need some space here now. Yeah, I'm going to need a space. There we go. So basically, I'm going to be taking notes in the Cornell note-taking technique. Okay, let's see. And just enough space for the summary, right? There we go. So if you can Google about Cornell note-taking, that would be great. Maybe I should link the actual Socratica video about Cornell note-taking. Really useful. Okay. Okay, it looks like we are almost ready. Now we need to set the clock. Let's set the Pomodoro clock. What? Later. So I'm setting my Pomodoro clock for 25-minute sessions, and with 5-minute rest between them. I believe after the fourth Pomodoro, I'm going to be taking a long rest and then continue. So basically, I'm going to be working in lapses of 2 hours. I'm going to take 4 Pomodoros, and then this stream is going to end because I need to to deal with actual work. So, but I want to migrate Oracle code into SAP HANA as soon as possible. And I'm going to use the time between today and the last day of December 2021 in order to learn SAP HANA as fast as possible. And probably start my migration process. This is work-related stuff, you know. So let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's begin. Oh, wait, I forgot. This is a textbook, basically. So I'm just going to make a really quick review. Come on. Oh my God, the Kindle. The Kindle is messing. Kindle is betraying me now. Okay. How to read your textbook. There we go. There is a summary here somewhere. There we go. Okay, I need to find chapter context in the table of contents, then count the pages. That's not going to be necessary. Preview section headings. I'm going to be doing that. Preview pictures, diagrams, and captions. Okay. And read while taking Cornell notes. Okay, that's part of the plan actually. Okay, let's go back. Find the chapter in the table of contents. First, open the book to the table of contents and read the title of the assigned chapter. And then quickly read the title of the other chapters. This will help you understand the context of your reading. It's not the entire subject, it's just one small section. Okay, let's do that. So that's the first step. Okay, the chapter is called Sap Hana. This is the overview. And let's see the name of the other chapters. Getting started with SQL script. Declarative programming in SQL script, I guess. Data types and their processing. Okay. Oh, the mouse died. Okay. Write access to the database. Chapter 5. Imperative programming. So this is not declarative. Okay, let's not read. Not get distracted. Creating, deleting, and editing database objects. That's basically how to create tables, how to create procedures, functions, all that. And I don't triggers, sequences, views, table types, but I don't see libraries here. No, never mind. I already know there's not mentioned there. SQL script in ABAP programs. SQL script in SAP Business Warehouse. That's interesting because that will allow me to pivot into data warehousing jobs, you know. Clean SQL script code. Oh my God. The bane of my existence, clean coding. Test. Oh, now this is even worse for me because I don't do actual unit testing. Automatic unit testing, that is. I do test the code manually. Okay, test errors and performance analysis. That, oh my God, yeah, performance is a big one here. This is going to be a really interesting chapter for me. Okay. And appendix 1. This is the data model used for the entire book, for the samples, I believe. There we go. That's the data model. Very small. More than enough to learn SAP HANA, I guess. List of abbreviation. Advanced. ABAP is Advanced Business Application Programming. Oh, interesting. That's so advanced. So basically, this is the list of abbreviations. The glossary, maybe. ABAP development tools, application function library. There is a library mentioned here, but I guess that this is the already built-in library. Manage database procedures. This is going to be my main line of work, I guess. I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. Bring your own language. What? That's interesting. I wonder if this includes Oracle for data services. Wonder what this. CRUD created, okay, data language control. There is a lot of mention of SAP HANA, but anyway, I'm getting distracted again. And some index. Okay, I already did the first step. Step number 2. Fill out the size of the chapter. Turn to Assign Chapter. This one here. I like to count the pages, but I don't have pages here. I do have subheadings. Overview. What is Sap Hana? System architecture. Organizing database objects. Development environment. The SQL Console. That's it, basically. Okay. Yeah, it's counting pages, so that doesn't apply to me. Let me see. It's not detecting my arm again. Okay, this doesn't really count. So step number 3, preview the chapter by reading section headings. Okay, I already did that. What is SAP HANA? System architecture, organizing database objects, developing environment, the SQL console. Okay. I need spoilers, otherwise every single thing you read will come as a surprise. And on every page, you will be momentarily bogged down by the shock of this brand new information. Here is how you do it. Okay. Preview the chapter. Read all section headings in the chapter. Before you read the text, see all those bold headings that start each section on the chapter. Read those before you do anything else. What is SAP HANA? System architecture, organizing database objects, development environment, and the SQL console. Okay, no big deal there. Okay, next step will be preview the chapter by reading picture captions and diagrams and graphs. There are many pictures. I wonder if there are any here. Not here. Table with sample data. A very basic table. There are actually pictures here. Okay. Figure 1.2, column-based storage of data. Okay. So this is the table. Oh, I think it's the same table. So this is what actually happens. So it's column-based storage because I see this in design. Internally, this is divided in index value type of columns. So that's why it means by column data storage, for what I gather from this picture. Okay. What is this? Example of dictionary compression. Okay. Development consulting support. Oh, so basically it applies normalization here by itself. So this is the actual department table. It automatically creates a dictionary for departments just for the repeating values. And then it compresses by, basically, this is normalization, but I guess Sap Hana helps you out doing this automatically. Although I believe that the right way to actually do this will be to normalize the tables yourself. Okay, let's see. Operations on main and delta storage. I don't recognize this. I don't know what this is. Okay. There are a lot of subheadings that are not on the main table of contents. It's interesting. Okay, geodata. Oh, nice, interesting. Okay, let's see. No more pictures here. System architecture. Let's see. Actually, I may just read these headings here. Server components. Whoa, another picture. Overview of the server components of a SAP HANA system. Whoa, this is way more sophisticated. I can see that the upper layer are the interfaces. Is here the name, interfaces. They do have a Java database controller. So this is basically all the interfaces that allow you to connect to SAP HANA. The runtime seems to be the internal thing that SAP HANA runs. Storage is here. There we go. Row storage and column storage. Okay. Data provisioning. I guess all of this is going to be explored later. Login options for multi-tenant databases. I have seen some of this during my work because I was required to log into SAP HANA to do some stuff. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for pictures, but I may like to review these headings. Database schemas, public schema, personal, NetWeaver, system schemas in SAP HANA. Okay, there is a picture here. Example of generated objects. Oh, so SAP HANA generates objects. Okay. Catalog, what's this? Database catalogs. Catalog view of SAP HANA, web-based development, Workbench. Okay. So this is the main, the catalog view, basically showing me what I can create on SAP HANA. Here, I see column views, functions, indexes, procedures, sequences, synonyms, tables, triggers, views. Pretty much all of these, but the column views, I believe. All of this, but the column views, it says already on Oracle. I don't see packages here or libraries in SAP HANA case. So sad to see. First node in the catalog. Okay, another picture. Public synonym for a column view. Okay. Schema for view. Okay. For what I see here, I guess that synonyms in SAP HANA are pretty much the same in Oracle. So no surprises there. Content and repositories. Oh, what's that? Package structure of the content. Whoa. We are calling packages now. Wait, maybe this has something to do with Oracle packages? Content. What is content? And the icon is similar to a package in Oracle. So maybe I'm looking this the wrong way. Maybe libraries are not the way to go. I wonder if this is something to do with Oracle packages. I haven't read this anyway. What is this chapter called? Content and repositories. Okay. That's it. Development environments. There is a table here, development environments by intended use. Okay, native Sap application development for web IDE. So it seems to be web-based most of the time. There is a web-based IDE, a web-based development workbench for modeling databases, I guess. There is an Eclipse-based application here. Eclipse with ABAP development tools. Okay. Another picture. Development environment with associated network connection. So what I gather here is that I'm going to be working on the database server, but SAP HANA already has its own application server, or the front end server, basically. The client side. Oh, interesting. So basically, I can compile maybe an application for the end user. And this is the layer here, described here, maybe. SAP HANA Studio. SAP plugins for Eclipse Oxygen. I don't know what this is. Okay, so there is a plugin system. Adding new system in SAP HANA Studio. Okay, I guess they are going to teach me here how to connect to a database or create a new system. SAP HANA Studio user interface. So this is SAP HANA Studio. I was told at my job that SAP HANA Studio is actually going abandonware now. So basically, they are asking us to either move into some other tool, maybe Toad for SAP solutions, or directly go to the web based IDE for SAP HANA. Link to the SAP HANA web-based development workbench in SAP Cloud Platform Carpet. Okay. So basically, this is the web application that is going to be used to connect to SAP HANA and do the work. I would love to use this instead of a studio, because a studio is going out anyway. Initial user interface of the SAP HANA web-based development workbench. So this application is the one that I'm going to be using most of the time, in my case, for designing and creating the design of the database, and probably the actual coding. Create, edit, execute, debug, and manage repository artifacts. So there are not actual objects here. Maybe database object and database artifact are not the same thing here. I'm not sure. Nice interface. Maybe this is the one I'm going to be end up using. There is a web ID. Launching the web ID. I wonder if I can install this in my own server. I do have a server here in my home. For learning purposes, that will be ideal for me. Adding a database connection and activating the database explorer. Okay. SAP HANA database explorer in the SAP web IDE. Okay. There are a lot of tools to be used here. Okay, the last subchapter, the SQL Console. The console is really great for automating tasks, because I am a heavy Linux Bash user, and Linux Bash works great with anything. So I love automating and scheduling tasks with Anacron. Is an application for Linux and Unix maybe. Opening SQL Console for schema. Okay. Open SQL Console. Okay. I wonder. No, don't read that yet. User interface elements of the SQL Console. Okay. So this is the SQL Console. It's an actual IDE. Execute. Okay. That's it. And this is chapter 2. Okay. So that was a nice review. And that, I think that actually helped. Let me see what I need to do next. Now, finally, read and take notes. Finally, the book actually says finally too. Okay, finally, it's time to start reading the entire chapter page by page. Don't do this empty handed. Have a pen in your hand. Notice I say pen and not highlighter. I do use a highlighter sparingly. If I come across an important definition or essential equation, I know I had to learn that by heart. But that's the exception. Generally, it's way more useful to take notes while reading than to highlight what you read. Remember the chapter you just read about Cornell notes? Time to put that technique to work. Okay. Now, those section headings are about to come in handy again. They now become your cues for each section of notes. I do recommend simplifying these headings as much as possible. For each section, take minimal notes in your own words, using abbreviations and bulleted lists where you can. When you reach the end of the page of your notes, you will summarize what you covered. Okay. Okay, continue until you are finished with your assignment and then reread the chapter summary. Does it accurately sum up what you just read? Make a note if you think they left out anything really important. I didn't see a chapter summary in the chapter itself. But here in the structure of the book, I guess this could be considered a summary. It's more like a preview, an overview other than a summary, actually. Oh, the mouse died again. Anyway. Okay. So those are the techniques to read my textbook, the textbook anyway. Okay, so now I am actually ready for studying here. Let's start the clock. I wonder if I can just wait. Let me just check something. I forgot about. What happened? Uh-oh. Did you hear that? Perfect. Oh wait. Oh wait, it's via Bluetooth, so that's why you were able to listen to that. Perfect. Oh, wait. Okay, let's test it out then. Let's try again. That's the break. Okay. And that's time to start the job, I guess. Okay, let's see. And now we are on it. Okay. Okay. Okay, SAP HANA is both a database and application platform. Okay. Overview. I am here. It says with the SAP HANA database. Oh, what happened? Unity, don't break on me. Thank you. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Now that's important. Enhancements include, for example, the ABAP or Managed Database Procedure framework, which allows you to call SQL script procedures directly from within ABAP code and core data services, which can now be used to model complex views on a SAP NetWeaver system. In addition, OpenSQL, an elementary component of the ABAP language, has been enhanced with some important features. Okay. Let's note manage database procedure. Okay. Hmm. Most of those services and software I don't know, so I ignore them. I don't know what all of this is. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this is. Sub ERP, I guess it's a ERP system, but I just don't know what all of this is. Okay, but the important thing here is that all of those are designed to work with SAP HANA. This chapter will overview SAP HANA. Therefore, SAP HANA. Is SAP HANA just fast relational database? Oh, okay. Okay. In section 1.2, we are going to discuss how to install. Great. When developing on SAP HANA, oh, so there is a distinction between design time objects and runtime objects. In Oracle, they are both one and the same. So I guess here they are actually different. Okay. Currently, 3 different development environments for developing expectations are available. Okay, let me see. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, anyway. Oh, nice. Okay. Uh, Wait a minute. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Currently, 3 different development environments for developing application on this SAP HANA. Okay. Okay, looks like the first chapter is actually loaded with really interesting stuff. This is a really good book, actually. Okay. Okay, so what now? Hmm. There is a phone ringing somewhere. No. Okay. That actually sounds interesting. Hmm. I already answered that question over. There we go. Uh-huh. is a fast SQL database. Okay, the acronym HANA originally stood for High Performance Analytic Appliance. Oh, it was an appliance, like a box? Like a server rack box, something like that? Mhm. High Performance Analytic Appliance. How do you, with double P? There we go. That's interesting. Now I know why, what HANA means. Okay. Okay, in memory technology. Sap Hana is a column-based relational database. I already have that. It's the same thing as before. Okay. Okay, column-based storage. Okay, what about it? In SAP HANA, most data is stored in the column store. In other words, all the data in a column is stored together in the same place. Figure 1.2. Second, this one here. Okay. Shows an example of how the data shown in figure 1.1 can be stored column by column. So in this figure here, table with sample, it's a figure with sample data. Basically a table with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. ID, first name, last name, room, and department. Seems pretty obvious that this is a tenant table, I guess, for like a residential building or something like that. Peter Mueller, room development. Okay. However, I'm going to be designing something like this. However, SAP HANA is going to actually work internally like this. It's going to create for every single column another table. It's going to be a key value pair table base. So every single column is going to be like this. Index 1, value 1. This is because ID is going to be the first table, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this case, they are going to keep the same values, basically. The next column is first name. So again, I'm going to get an index from 1 to 7 with the actual values of the column, and so forth. So basically, it's doing a lot of normalization steps here by its own. Most operations, and is in memory. Most operations can be performed much quickly on individual columns, obviously, than on an entire table. For example, aggregate functions only need the data of a single column. That's actually true. If I want to, let's say, sum, I don't know why, but if I want to sum the values on the first column, I can do that way faster with this architecture here instead of pulling the entire table. Okay. Let's see. Oh, column-based storage. I'm going to draw really quickly sketch of that table. Then becomes index. It will be ID 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. And then index again. You're not seeing my notes, but I take it. I should probably look for a Windows-based application for taking notes. So far, the actual notebook is going to serve me just fine. And 3, but the values are going to be n. And finally, my last column. Again, and it's going to be okay. So in my notes, I didn't copy the same table because it's going to take way more time to do all this. I created a single table called, it doesn't have a name anyway. It's a table with 3 columns, the ID, the name column, and the age column, basically a numeric column. So basically I'm storing, the first row is going to be 1, ID is 1, name and age 13. Second row is going to be ID 2, name Joe, age 19. And the last row is going to be ID, name Rick. I mean, the last row is going to be ID 3, name Rick, age 33. And I just replicated this below that table, or this table that I thought. Basically, that's what I did. Oh, wait a minute. I think I just messed up. I used the, I don't have a space for my summary, so let me erase all this. And unlock. Disadvantage is that I need to actually write all that again. Let's do it really quickly here. Just for one column. I think I get the idea anyway. And that's my first page. So let's do a summary here. Okay, let's review the notes. SAP HANA is both a platform for database and applications. It brings performance because it's in memory computing and column-based storage. ABAP is managed database procedure. What does that mean? I may need to review that one. What is SAP HANA? Again, it's a fast SQL database with high performance analytic. It means HANA means high performance analytic appliance. is a column-based storage database, which means that single tables get divided into several columns internally. That's what I just reviewed. So let me review Sap Hana. My Cornell notes need a summary now. Wait a minute. Do I have to do that right now? I don't think so. I don't remember actually. I believe the summary comes later. Note section, Q section. Okay. The Q section I can do it later, I believe. After the lecture, the Q section. Okay. Summary section. The summary at the bottom of the page should be filled at this point as well by thinking how to sum up in a couple of sentences that whole page of notes. But when summary section, I believe is after the lecture. Yes, it's after the lecture. But please leave the room. Skip several line sections in case you need to add details later. Okay. After the lecture, I need to fill in the cues after the lecture. And not too long after. Review your notes. That's when you start filling in the cue section in the left margin. Use this area to write a brief headline to help yourself navigate your notes. For instance, causes. Okay. This. The summary section, the last part of the Cornell note. So summary doesn't say that needs to be after the lecture, but I think it's after because it comes right after the cues, and the cues are actually after the lecture. So after the lecture, anyway. Let's continue then. Okay. Let's see. Where's my ruler? Thank you. And there we go. Maybe I may like to make the lines a little bolder because I didn't actually see that when I was taking the notes. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where are we? Okay. Most operations can be performed. Most operations can perform much more quickly on individual columns than on an entire table. Another advantage of column-based storage is that each column can act as an index. When selecting column values, you do not have to search the entire table, only this one column. Memory consumption is also considerably lower with column-based storage since efficient compression is carried out through individual columns. Okay. Perform more quickly on individual columns than on entire table. Okay. Each column can act as an index. Time. Okay. It seems like it's time to wait. I'm going to pause that. I have actually something ready here. Let me see. What is the cable? Ding 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 ding. I have something ready here. Don't worry. Unity again. Come on. Okay. Unity. Come on again. Really? There we go. Okay. I want to show you something here. Yeah. Again. It thinks that my boom arm is messing around with it. Oh, what? Need to fix my space here. I have to show something. Wonder. Oh wait. Going to mess up. Yes. Android. So announced. No worries. I do have a. Okay. I do have a fix here. Have a fix here. And there we go. There we go. This is my Pomodoro app. So this is the one I've been using for. If I click the play button here, we can start the little clock right there. Yeah, notifications. I wonder if I can disable notifications right now. Maybe later. Hmm. Well, this is Twitter, you know. Nothing new. The cable is not so. Let's see. I wonder if the range of this. Huh? Here we go. I'm holding my phone now. That's fun. Nice little doggy. I'm reviewing Twitter right now, It's always I'm basically resting, waiting for this clock to finish. I do have 3 minutes. So instead of standing up and basically do something else, I'm just going to wait here a little bit. What's this? Yeah, right. I love the memes. The designer, this is an old one. Yeah, the product designer. This is an old meme. How to learn user interface design. Mm-hmm. That's actually really good. I had done this more than once actually. So uh, I'm not new to reinstall the entire thing. And I suspect that I'm going to be doing that with Pop OS sooner or later. I'm using Pop OS right now, just in case you're wondering. Oh, a new season. Oh, this is one. It's really good. Oh my god. He's gathering. He's flexing just to pump out her daughter's video. So I guess she just discovered YouTube Analytics. I know. Can be obsessive a little bit, especially when you're young. You might like that all your endeavors do well, I guess. By the way. Oh, we are seconds away from the break. Okay, let's see. How does that sound? 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Thank you. So basically, this is the Pomodoro app that I'm using right now. It auto plays again. Unity, come on, behave. Unity, god damn it. Anyway, so the clock is running. I am the clock now. I am on the clock now. So probably just switch back. Uh, is that the one? Oh no. There we go. Okay, enough fun. Time to get back to work. Where were we? Each column can add as an index. Okay. When selecting column values, Mhm. Okay, that's fine. The advantages in column store. Okay. SAP recommends column store in memory technology. That's the second advantage. Naturally, a database is faster if the data doesn't first have to be read from hard disk. Accessing the main memory is about 30 to 40 times faster than reading an SSD disk. That's actually true. And I had done several programs for processing images, for example, pictures and fingerprints. Oh wait, detection? Fingerprints and face recognition software. I've been working on those, and in memory is way faster for processing stuff. Further, if the data is located in the CPU cache, wow, that will be a really big CPU cache actually. This factor is about 10 times higher. Yeah, agreed. The costs for main memory are considered, yeah, especially for processor cache memory. Okay, yeah, RAM memory is expensive, but not so much that you cannot basically have a small database with just the really important data working around. You can have that one working around the clock, and no issues there. You are going to be just great. Mhm. Okay. Oh wait, I'm just reading in memory technology. There we go. And come on, Unity. In the event of a power or hardware failure, yeah, because it's RAM. So if there is no power or RAM memory, just wipe it out. So you lost all your data in memory. Yeah, that's an issue. If for some reason your server or your computer shuts down or you lose power, all data that is not being saved in hard disk is going to be lost. So I guess you need to save a lot and save constantly. Let me see. It's not parallel. Oh my god. Relies on okay. Sap Hana is not stored in parallel on the hard disk. Therefore, a different concept is necessary. SAP relies on a combination of save points which regularly write the contents of the main memory into the hard disk and the transaction log. which records all database access, that modifies the data. If the database is restarted, the last save point is loaded. And all subsequent changes are loaded from the transaction log. This approach ensures the data is persistent and consistent at all times. So it works pretty much like a video game. In a gamer, actually, you create save points, and you have a log of all that you are actually doing. So if you lose power, you restore from the save point, and basically request the transaction log to replicate the changes from the save point onward. Okay. In-memory technology allows for faster read operations because data doesn't need to be copied to the main memory first. The write operations are also considerably more efficient. Okay. What else? Compression. Data is compressed column by column. No complex algorithms use it, such is the well-known SID method. Instead, okay, that's too much power required to do that. The SID method instead, several simple compression types are used, each following very efficient packing and unpacking. The standard algorithm is the dictionary compression, where each value. Compression. I think I'm going to need an actual pen for this. I'm using a pencil now. Okay. Compression. So it doesn't actually compress the data. It does normalization because that's what databases do the best. So basically, here, I get my department table, and I see a lot of repeating values there. In normalization, this means, you know what, probably instead of repeating the value over and over again, if this value is going to remain the same pretty much for the entire table, you can extract this value from this table, replace that column, the value, this column here, with an actual index, and basically that's normalization. That's what is happening here. I wonder if you can see my cursor here. I don't think so. Okay, anyway. Okay, interesting. I need to take some notes here. Dictionary compression. Okay. Okay, so basically the department table here. Going to have an index 3. I'm going to have development. So it's going to create a dictionary. One is that. Then the actual the compressed departments table is going to be that. It's basically normalizing the table itself. In the ideal thing here will be to yourself you will be doing this work of normalizing the table, but here SAP HANA is detecting the issue and doing it on its own. So basically that's what's happening here. Okay, let me see. Oh, come on, Unity. Department compress. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. But the indexes will be 1, 1. Okay, and I just got another page. With my ruler. Okay, let's go for the third page of notes. One was the what? Come on. There we go. One disadvantage is the CPU load during packaging and unpackaging, which can be mitigated by two strategies. The data is only compressed during the delta merge operation. Describe its internet subsection. Okay. Okay. One disadvantage of CPU load during packaging and unpackaging. Yeah, because when you compress stuff, you save space at the cost of processing power. So basically, compression is not always good. Once you have compressed the information, it's great, you know, because you can store a lot of information in very little space. But that brings a cost of processing power. You need to spend your CPU cycles in order to actually create the compressed version of the information. So that's what the book is talking about here. Oh, I messed up. There we go. Unpacking only takes place for columns that are actually required. Oh, nice. For example, for a join, only the columns relevant to the condition will initially be unpacked. Okay. And here. And the solution for that will be that unpackaging only takes place for columns that are actually required. Okay. Hmm. As a result, the relevant data records for the result can be determined quickly, while the other columns can be read later. These columns must then also be unpacked. However, this task can be distributed quite well across multiple processors working in parallel. Later in this book shows an example of a different plan operators of a database for a simple join. The plan operator JA requested attributes reads the corresponding attributes, which are then merged by JA assemble results from result now. Okay. That's really interesting. For descriptions of the different compression methods and further background information on this topic, see SAP note and a number. Okay. Insert only. Insert only. The SAP HANA database uses the insert-only approach for all modifying operations. This approach doesn't mean that updating or deleting records is impossible, but existing records in the main storage are not changed during write operations. This memory area is optimized for read access and low memory consumption, and therefore changes will be relatively expensive. Huh. Okay, so it just inserts data. Instead, changes are recording in the Delta storage shown in 1.4. In additional memory are optimized for write access. Ah, that data found in the Delta storage is uncompressed. New data is inserted directly into the Delta storage. Okay. And the previous area was called what memory? Main storage. So basically, I have a couple of types of memory here. Delta storage is used to insert new data, and main storage is read-only memory. So there is a process called the merge. The delta merge operation. The delta merge operation is going to be the one in charge of merging the data, I guess. Write the changes recorded in the delta storage back to the data in main storage. I think I can copy that one actually. Write the changes recorded in the delta storage. back to the data in main storage. I write very slow by hand. It's been years since I actually use pens or pencils for that matter. The delta merge operation is normally triggered automatically depending on how the database is configured. For data transfer processes, DTPs, okay. Data transfer. You can configure explicit delta merge after execution. Here, explicit. Now I understand this. So basically, the table is this entire area, but column 1 has a main storage for reading purposes. And I can read the delta storage too for the first column. Now, the delta merge, that's the light gray area, I guess, is actually a process that makes the delta storage data, makes it to be inserted or merged inside the main storage. And the writing operations are done exclusively in the delta storage. It's the delta merge, the operation that allows me to save the data permanently into the main storage for the column. Okay, now I understand the picture. Use the MCS tables and MCS columns views to display the current status of table or its columns. Oh, nice. Okay. M underscore CS underscore table. And the other one is MCS columns underscore CS. Views, they are both views. And they display the current status of the table or its columns. These views allow you to see, for example, how much data is currently in the delta and main storage. For more information, check this out. The 4 techniques we've been described so far complement each other perfectly and reconcile each other's weaknesses. The column Oh, I need more space. Net space. I need my ruler to be at handy here. There we go. Okay, so a combination of techniques. All techniques we have described so far complement each other perfectly and reconcile each other's weaknesses. The column-based storage method enables good compression of the data. This compression in turn reduces memory consumption so that less main memory is needed. The insert-only approach with occasional data merge operations means that the compression of the data doesn't affect the applications running. Oh, nice, interesting. Last but not least, a high-performance database allows you to dispense with additional indexes, aggregates, and materialized views, further reducing your memory requirements. Oh, that's interesting. Let's take some notes about this. Column-based storage. Is equals to good compression. Good compression is equals to reduced memory consumption. Insert-only approach. With occasional data merge operations means that the compression of the data doesn't affect applications running. Oh, wait. Oh my God, I didn't listen to that. I'm going to take let's finish these notes and let's take a 5-minute break because I lost my break because I forgot to set the soundboard right. Never mind. Let's finish these notes and move on to a quick break. Okay, let's see. Insert only with. Verification that. Okay. Finally, last but not least, high-performance database allows you to dispense with additional indexes, aggregates, and materialized views, further reducing your main memory requirements. Okay. A combination of all these techniques makes Sap Hana a powerful database. For more information, refer to the SAP notes mentioned earlier. Okay. Over time, the SAP HANA data. Oh, wait, I'm going to take a break right now. I wonder if I can. Actually, I've been streaming for 2 hours already. So I guess this will be a good time to pause and say set an application server. Okay, I'm going to actually finish this stream right now and come back later. I'm going to get something to eat. I'm going to get some food. I need to run an errand and I need to go back to actual work. So, I may like to return to this chapter. Where are we actually? Where am I? I'm here, but oh my god, this is just 1.1. Well, I guess I can pause this right now. And when the workday is over, I'm going to go back to this and see. I am already there. Yes, I am in 1.1. Oh my god. I spent 2 hours just talking. I didn't progress too much right now, but anyway. Well, thank you for coming in. It's been interesting 2 hours and 20 minutes already. So see you later. I don't think I'm going to be returning to this right now because I want to make another video for YouTube today. Besides this stream, obviously. So I may like to record another video today. So I'm going to be doing that after work. So wait for that one then. See you later. Okay.